This is Hiromu Inada. He swims the length of 42 football fields, runs 26.2-mile marathons on rock-hard asphalt, and rides his bike up steep hills 100-plus miles at a time. Yet his knees are healthy and mobile like he's decades younger. Most shocking of all, Inada crushed the Guinness World Record for the oldest person to ever finish an Ironman triathlon at the age of 85, which brings up an important question. How is it possible for seniors like Inada to breeze past folks half their age, while other seniors seem destined to suffer from crippling knee pain? Contrary to popular belief, eliminating knee pain has nothing to do with turmeric, CBD, chondroitin, glucosamine, MSM, collagen, or painkillers, and definitely has nothing to do with injections and surgery. Because after a shocking study from Harvard University, scientists confirm that wear and tear is not the true culprit of arthritis and knee pain. Instead, it has everything to do with the number one knee stability nerve hiding in your legs. Active seniors like Inada unknowingly activate it with hours of intense training. But thanks to cutting-edge research from Johns Hopkins University, in this video, I'll show you how to jumpstart your number one knee stability nerve to eliminate knee pain in 1 minute a day. It doesn't matter how old you are, how severe your knee pain is, or if arthritis runs in your family. And you definitely don't need to be a Japanese Ironman competitor. When you try this gentle routine, you'll instantly turn this nerve on, extinguishing the raging fire in your knees. Everyday tasks like walking upstairs or standing up from your chair will be a breeze. You'll finally be able to play a round of golf on a relaxing summer afternoon without paying for it later. And most importantly, you'll recapture a more simple time in your life. Think back to when you were a child. You'd squat to the ground and jump onto the couch without a second thought. Maybe you'd even chase after the ice cream truck on a blazing hot summer day. Do you remember how using your knees felt so natural? Well, the simple routine I'll share is the closest thing to stepping into a time machine, allowing you to relive a more innocent, worry-free time in your life. While it might sound far-fetched, this discovery is backed by research from world-class institutions like King's College London, Boston University, and Newcastle University. Yet I guarantee you've never tried or even heard of this solution before. So please watch very closely. I'll pull back the curtains on the number one knee stability nerve that turns brittle, creaky knees into strong, stable knees for good. I'll tell you about the 1-minute seated towel routine that eliminates knee pain and rebuilds your knees, even if they're bone on bone. I'll also tell you why some experts are calling knee replacement surgery a hoax. In fact, I'll tell you about a shocking sham surgery experiment that put the final nail in the coffin on knee replacement surgery. Finally, I'll reveal how a Harvard doctor proved wear and tear is not the real cause of arthritis after studying 6,000-year-old skeletons. And just to be clear, this isn't simply theory. More than 23,855 adults have watched this video to rescue their knees from agony, like Diana Moore from Spokane, Washington.
It broke my heart when I couldn't play with my granddaughter because my knees were killing me. So I watched your video and now I am running around like a kid again. Just wanted to say thank you and God bless.
Or how about Robert Sanders from Morristown, New Jersey?
After 30 years of knee pain from playing high school football, I tried your routine, and you have me walking better than 2 decades of physical therapy and injections.
And finally, Carol Baker from Chicago, Illinois.
Chris, you're a lifesaver. My doctor told me I should have a total knee replacement, and I was desperate for another option. I tried your routine out, and after just a few days, I feel like I have new knees. Thanks to you, I canceled my surgery.
Isn't that exciting? Luckily, you can join them after watching this video. But I wouldn't take this info for granted. As a matter of fact, I guarantee you won't find any of this on mainstream media, since they're busy covering the latest political scandals or Hollywood gossip. If you click away now, you could be signing up for a life of knee pain that robs you of your independence, when the secret to long-lasting relief is just a few minutes away. So please give me your undivided attention and let's dive in. Hi, my name is Chris Ochinsky. I'm not an orthopedic surgeon or a pharmaceutical sales rep, I'm just a normal guy from Allentown, Pennsylvania, who helps folks like you get rid of knee pain. So you're in the right place. But I don't think you stumbled on this video by accident. Call it destiny or divine intervention. I believe I was meant to help you. You see, when I was only 14, I served as a lifeguard. My boss told me, "You'll never have to save someone." Yet after just a few weeks, I had to dive into a 10-foot pool to save a young boy's life. I took this experience as a sign from God that I'm meant to save others. Eventually, I graduated from East Stroudsburg University with a BS in athletic training and sports medicine. As a state licensed and nationally certified athletic trainer, I've helped everyone from seniors to high school athletes eliminate pain, while rehabilitating nasty ankle, shoulder, and of course knee injuries. Nowadays, I serve as the supervisor of sports medicine at the Whitehall Copley School District. I'm also routinely featured on the Critical Bench YouTube channel, where I help our 1 million subscribers reduce pain and prevent injuries. So trust me when I tell you, I've been living my dream by changing lives as an athletic trainer. But I have to admit, there was one mysterious case that put my skills to the test. I'll never forget when Nancy limped into my office. She was a sweet 64-year-old elementary school teacher, as well as a grandmother of 3 little ones. Nancy had worked hard over the past 40 years, saving up money for her retirement in just a few months. But her nagging knee pain threatened this dream. It all started when Nancy woke up one day with a stiff, sore knees. Her knees would click and pop with every step, so Nancy skipped out on playing tennis with her friends. She thought it would end there. Sadly, this was only the beginning of a nightmare, one that would make even the simplest tasks an uphill battle. Walking through the grocery store sent torrents of pain to her knees, and Nancy was always dragging her feet like a zombie. Since her screaming knees would wake her up in the middle of the night, she tried pain relievers, smelly creams, icing her knees, and months of physical therapy, but nothing led to more than a few minutes of relief. Finally, Nancy hit rock bottom on a weekend that should have been filled with joy. Nancy's grandkids rushed through her door, excited to spend time with their grandma. Unfortunately, Nancy's knees let her and her grandkids down. She found herself bound to her chair the entire weekend. When Nancy tried kneeling down to play a board game, her knees crunched like shattered glass. As Nancy hobbled back to her chair, her youngest grandchild gazed up at Nancy with his innocent blue eyes. "Don't you want to play, Grandma?" Nancy sat there with her mouth half open. She desperately wanted to say, "Of course, honey," but her knees wouldn't let her. Nancy felt her heart sink into her chest like a 2-ton anchor. In a matter of seconds, she went from a caring grandmother, one who would do anything for her loved ones, to a shell of the woman she used to be. Does any of this sound familiar? Maybe you feel like knee pain has robbed you of the peace and freedom you once had. Maybe your knees are throbbing after walking your dog. Or maybe you keep fidgeting in your seat at church because your knees feel stiff and rusty, like an abandoned car on the side of the road. But I want you to know there's hope. Over 23,855 adults have silenced their knee pain and rebuilt strong, healthy knees. I'll share the simple routine I gave them in just a few minutes. This solution is only possible because of what Nancy did next. You see, when Nancy let down her grandchild, it was the last straw. So Nancy booked an appointment with her doctor that day. On her drive to the doctor's office, she was filled with hope. Maybe this nightmare will finally end. But after running a few tests and scans, the doctor said something that sucked any optimism straight out of Nancy's body. "Nancy, your only option is to get a total knee replacement surgery." She stared in disbelief because she already knew the truth about knee replacement surgery. Besides the risk of infection, blood clots, and nerve injury during the surgery, the aftermath is often even worse. This surgery involves replacing your real knee with an artificial knee made of metal and plastic. Yes, plastic. Over time, that implant corrodes, causing pain in the best case and poisoning you from the inside in the worst case. Want to know the craziest part? Knee surgery often doesn't even work like you expect it to. And that's not my opinion. It's proven by a shocking study published in the New England Journal of Medicine. The scientists compared 2 groups. One group actually underwent knee surgery. The second group underwent something called a sham surgery. These patients received anesthesia and the doctors made incisions, but they did zero actual surgery. Want to know what happened next? The real surgery did not produce any better results than the sham surgery. To top it all off, the pain does not end once you get surgery. Instead, you must do physical therapy to rehab your knee. I can't understate just how painful rehab can be. In fact, some claim the pain during rehab is far worse than the actual knee pain they started with. Listen, most people think knee surgery will fix everything. The bad news is that it often takes 1 full year to recover. Even then, there's no guarantee you'll be free from pain, or will be able to climb the stairs or move like you did before the surgery. But that won't stop doctors from recommending knee replacements, giving them an excuse to prescribe dangerous narcotic painkillers that turn you into a glorified drug addict. Thankfully, Nancy was clever enough to seek my help. She knew there had to be another way to eliminate her knee pain. And let me tell you, you probably won't find the relief you want from common solutions. Let's start with over-the-counter pain relievers like NSAIDs or acetaminophen. While these provide some temporary relief, the pain will always return with a vengeance. The worst part? These pills increase your risk of a heart attack and stroke according to the FDA and Harvard University. The Mayo Clinic even reported they're toxic to your liver, kidneys, and stomach. I wish I could say natural alternatives were better. First, there's turmeric. Although it's a popular supplement, scientists at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center found rodents only absorbed 1% of the active ingredient of turmeric, which is why you may have tried turmeric and experienced underwhelming results. Next, there's glucosamine and chondroitin. Unfortunately, a study published in the British Medical Journal reported glucosamine and chondroitin and their combination do not reduce joint pain or have an impact on narrowing of joint space. The list goes on. And there's something every one of these supposed remedies has in common. None of them solve the real root cause of knee pain. You've probably heard wear and tear degenerates your knee cartilage. Here's how it works. Walking, bending, and lifting all place stress on your knees. Over time, this wears away the cartilage, protecting your knee joints. So your knees are left bone on bone. Then they rub together, creating stiffness and pain. However, a shocking Harvard discovery has flipped this common knowledge on its head. The team of scientists examined skeletons ranging from 6,000 years ago to more recent times, and what they found was nothing short of incredible. The modern skeleton had 2.1 times more arthritis than ancient skeletons. Here's why that's so surprising. Our hunter-gatherer ancestors didn't have cars or fancy grocery stores. They had to walk everywhere and hunt for their food, as well as squat, twist, and jump far more than modern humans did. So you'd expect their joints to be worn down to the bone. Instead, ancient humans' knees were healthier than ours, which brings up an important point. Wear and tear alone can't explain joint decay and knee pain. There's some other culprit modern medicine has been missing. And since Nancy had already tried exercising, special anti-inflammatory diets, pills, and supplements, I was her last glimmer of hope. So I dove headfirst into the latest research. I called old colleagues who specialize in knee pain, and I read hundreds of articles until my eyes were bloodshot. After countless late nights, I almost threw in the towel, but something told me to keep pushing, and thank God I did. It starts with the femoral nerve. The femoral nerve runs from your lumbar spine down through the front of your leg. It's one of the primary nerves in your legs, controlling your hip flexors and quadricep muscles. In other words, the femoral nerve helps you walk, squat, and lunge. And most importantly, it stabilizes your knee joint. This is where people run into problems. Your femoral nerve carries electrical signals telling your muscles how to move. Since our ancestors were constantly squatting and sprinting, their femoral nerves were strong and awake. On the other hand, modern humans like you often sit at their desk and drive their cars. Due to this change in lifestyle, your femoral nerve has weakened over time, and the electrical signals in your nerve have become blunted. So what does that mean for you? The femoral nerve can't support the knee and its surrounding muscles like it used to. This is especially true when you don't do specific exercises to activate it. As a result, your quadricep muscles are weak. Your weak quadriceps can't support your knee joint, so it rots away like an old banana peel. That's not just my theory either. Research from Boston University and the University of California, San Francisco studied 4,648 knees over the course of 5 years. They discovered weak quadriceps lead to significant knee pain. Another study from many of the same authors found weak quadricep muscles lead to a narrowing of the knee joint space. Think bone on bone. That's likely why Australian scientists discovered less quadricep muscle mass is linked to less cartilage in the lower leg. Is it starting to make sense why other solutions haven't worked? No matter how many painkillers, heating pads, or knee braces you use, no matter how much turmeric or collagen you consume, you will not eliminate your knee pain. The only way to end your knee nightmare is by targeting your femoral nerve. All right, we've covered a lot. So let me give you a quick recap. Your femoral nerve gets weaker over time. It can't support your quadricep muscles to stabilize your knees. So your knee joints decay and you suffer from pain. It's kind of like having a leaky pipe in your house. Your house might have no problem carrying water towards your kitchen sink, but if the pipe near the actual sink are old and corroded, they'll leak a bunch of water, and water will only trickle out of your faucet. Fortunately, there's a way to fix your leaky pipe, so water gushes out of the faucet like it's a brand new house. According to the Newcastle University, certain movements strengthen your nervous system and how your nerves can carry these electrical signals. To put it simply, if you can activate the femoral nerve, it can strengthen your quadriceps and stabilize your knee. Instead of waking up with stiff knees and rubbing them every time you walk upstairs, you can enjoy dependable knees that never give up on you. You'll cool the raging fire in your knees and be able to go for an afternoon bike ride, or comfortably kneel down to play chutes and ladders with your grandkids. The only question is, how? After a bit of researching, I discovered a new technique called electroacupuncture. Based on 11 studies, electroacupuncture is proven to significantly reduce knee pain. The scientists even stated, this technique is able to remarkably alleviate the pain and improve the physical function of the knee osteoarthritis patient. Now, there's no way I was going to tell Nancy to stick needles in her body. Fortunately, I found a manufacturer with a simple solution. They were designing a massage wand that gently releases electric current into your body to relieve pain, without poking holes in your skin or complex machines. First, I made sure it was 100% safe and painless. Next, I had to make sure it actually works. So I ordered this massage wand with one goal in mind: use it to help Nancy relieve her knee pain once and for all. But I knew it needed something else. Although a gentle electric current may revive Nancy's femoral nerve, she'd still need a few moves to improve the connection between her femoral nerve and the quadriceps, and actually strengthen the knees. By combining my femoral nerve discovery with my expertise in athletic training, I created the perfect routine. Unfortunately, Nancy couldn't have been more skeptical. She said, "Chris, nothing has worked for me. I don't think this will either." I came this far, I wasn't going to give up now. So I convinced her to try the first move in my routine. It's a 1-minute seated routine with a towel under your knee. Then I instructed her to place the massage wand on her femoral nerve. Nancy laughed at how it tickled a bit, but didn't cause any pain. After 60 seconds, I asked her to sit down in a chair and stand up repeatedly. Nancy's amused face turned into shock. She screamed, "Chris, there's no pain." A big smile stretched across my face, but I didn't want to get my hopes up. Maybe this was just a fluke. That's why I taught Nancy the rest of my 7-minute routine before she left my office. 1 week later, Nancy called me. She told me she hasn't slept so well in years. Sure, there was a little discomfort in her knees every now and then, but she's been feeling less and less pain every day. Just 7 days later, she's back to playing tennis with her girlfriends every week. Nancy easily kneels down and bends in her garden too. Best of all, Nancy scoots around playing with her grandkids without worrying about paying for it later. Nancy's call was music to my ears. It was such incredible news, I knew I'd be selfish to keep this to myself. That's why I turned my little routine into the most effective knee pain solution out there. It's called Ageless Knees. Ageless Knees is the only program using our special massage wand to activate the femoral nerve and fix your knee pain for good. You don't need to grab other equipment. All you need is your body and 7 minutes a day per knee. If both knees hurt, you could do the easy moves for both knees. In case you're worried about the program being too advanced or causing discomfort, every move is simple, beginner friendly, and gentle on your knees and other body parts. This works no matter your age or how much knee pain you have. Just press play and I'll personally walk you through every movement step by step. It's like you'll have me in your back pocket 24/7. Now you're probably wondering exactly what you get with Ageless Knees. So let me cover that real quickly. Number 1, Ageless Knees DVD. Pop in your Ageless Knees DVD into your computer or DVD player, and you'll have instant access to the entire warm-up sequence and knee rehab routine. You'll get the coaching video breaking down exactly how to perform each movement. You'll also receive a follow-along video to watch every time you do the routine. I designed the moves to be as effective, yet simple, beginner-friendly, and as gentle as possible. With that being said, I know not everyone has a DVD player, while others want a routine they can follow anytime, any place. That's why I also included the next component, Ageless Knees digital downloads. With the digital version of the Ageless Knees, you don't even have to wait for the program to ship to you. Instead, you get instant access to the coaching video and follow-along video in their digital forms. So you can simply press play on your computer, tablet, or smartphone to enjoy the strong, stable knees that never fail you. But whether knee pain has been haunting you for days or decades, I'm sure you still have a lot of questions. Which brings me to the next component, Ageless Knees Digital Handbook. This is the soup to nuts guide to ending knee pain for good. The actual Ageless Knees routine tells you how to strengthen your knees. This handbook tells you what is really going on in your knees and why I designed the routine like I did. Plus, I'll also bust some myths and provide tips I bet you've never heard of. Of course, we can't forget about the star of the show, Miracle Massage Wand. This is the special massage wand that Nancy used to jumpstart her femoral nerve, end her knee pain, and rebuild strong, healthy knees. Here's how it works. All you do is place the Miracle Massage Wand on a part of your body and it releases a gentle electric current. According to the research from institutions like Johns Hopkins University, King's College London, and the University of Michigan, low levels of electric current block pain signals from reaching the brain. That's right, my Miracle Massage Wand both jumpstart your femoral nerve and block pain. Don't worry, it's totally safe and you'll only feel a tickle. If you're a bit antsy, just switch the massage wand to its lowest setting. To top it all off, you can use the massage wand anywhere. You could even bring it with you on a hike or long walk and soothe your knees when you feel an ache or twinge. Now, I could have stopped there, but I wanted to make this entire program as simple for you as possible, which is why I sweetened the pot with Bonus 1, the Ageless Knees Exercise PDF. Ageless Knees Exercise PDF lays out every movement with start and finish photos, plus detailed descriptions for how to perform each one correctly. Download your PDF on your phone or print it out and take it with you anywhere. If you think following this routine couldn't be easier or safer, just wait until you see the next bonus. Bonus number 2, the 3-minute morning knee flow. When do your knees feel the most stiff and sore? If you're like most people, it's in the morning. That's why I created a lightning fast 3-minute morning knee flow you could do before you leave your bed. This easy flow warms up and lubricates your joints. Some Ageless Knees users have said, it's like my knees are greased up with WD-40. That's why you'll leap out of bed with more mobility and less stiffness in your knees. Thousands of folks just like you have already saved themselves from a lifetime riddled with crippling knee pain, like Angela Watson from Provo, Utah.
I can honestly say, Ageless Knees changed my life. I always tried to stay in shape and I would go for a run every now and then, but now at my age, even a brisk walk would make my knees throb for days. Thanks to your routine, I'm able to run pain-free again.
Antonio Hernandez from Corpus Christi, Texas said,
So I tried physical therapy, pills, even hyaluronic acid injections for several months, but nothing worked. So I started thinking seriously about getting knee surgery. But thank God I found Ageless Knees because my knees felt better the first time I used the Miracle Massage Wand.
Finally, Cynthia Hayes from Tulsa, Oklahoma said,
Chris, I'm shooting this video to say thank you for Ageless Knees. My knees were so bad I thought I would be stuck in a wheelchair. But after one session, I was chasing my grandkids around the backyard. I feel like I have new knees.
There's no reason you can't join these folks, and that includes price. When discussing the price of Ageless Knees with my team, we originally set it at $197. That's already a steal, considering I charged $350 for an in-person session. But something didn't sit right with me. I watched how knee pain can rob you of the energy and joy in your daily life. How it can turn activities you love, like gardening or going on a family road trip, into a painful experience. I wanted to lower the barrier to trying Ageless Knees as much as possible. That's why you don't have to spend thousands on risky knee surgeries that may not even work. No need to spend hours at a physical therapy either. Instead, you could try the 7-minute routine in Ageless Knees for only $137. But today is a special day for you. You see, because of the surge in Ageless Knees buyers, we've recently ordered over 10,000 DVDs and Miracle Massage Wands. Between you and me, my team is telling me we need to make room in the warehouse. So today, and only on this page, your investment for Ageless Knees is only $67 plus $7.99 shipping and handling. That's over 50% off the retail price. Plus, $67 is a drop in the bucket compared to $30,000 for a total knee replacement, and that's just for one knee. But please don't think this deal will last forever. Once we run out of our current supply, the price will never be this low again. So here's what to do next. Click the Add to Cart button below to order Ageless Knees now. The moment you click the button, you'll be taken to our 100% secure 256-bit encrypted order form. It's the same technology big banks and trusted companies use, like Amazon. Just fill in your info, and after submitting it, our team in the warehouse will immediately start packing your order to ship to your doorstep. But again, you don't have to wait. You'll also be taken to the thank you page, where you can instantly download the digital version of Ageless Knees and your free bonuses. That means starting today, you can get rid of the agonizing knee pain that's been plaguing you until now. I really can't blame you if you still have your doubts though. There are shysters who'd love to run off with your money, while you're left high and dry with a bogus product. Let's be real. You've likely been burned before. That's why we're taking all the risk off your shoulders with our 60-day painless knees guarantee. Here's how it works. If you don't get rid of nagging knee pain and reclaim a strong set of knees that supports you when you're skiing, kneeling in your garden, or simply walking upstairs, then I'll personally give you 100% of your money back. No questions asked or strings attached. All you need to do is send a quick email to our support team within 60 days of your purchase. Plus, since you get a digital version of Ageless Knees, you can keep doing the program even after your refund. But I doubt that's going to happen. The Miracle Massage Wand combined with my quick knee strengthening routine are unlike anything you've tried before. That's why thousands of folks have eliminated knee pain without resorting to frequent visits to the physical therapist or relying on harmful painkillers. You truly have nothing to lose. There's no reason not to give this program a test drive. So go ahead and click the Add to Cart button below to order Ageless Knees now. If you've made it this far, then it's time to make a decision. The way I see it, you really only have two options. Option one, you ignore everything you've learned today. You stick with the visits to the doctor, relying on pills, or trying different remedies. As time passes, the pain in your knees intensifies. You find yourself avoiding activities you used to enjoy, and every step becomes a struggle. I wouldn't be surprised if your spouse turns into your personal caretaker. But I know you'd never want to feel like a burden to loved ones, especially when your knee-saving solution is just a click away. Fortunately, you could take another path. Option 2, try Ageless Knees risk-free. You follow along with the movements in the instructional video, your knees instantly feel more flexible and stronger than they have in years, as if you're gliding effortlessly through life. No longer a prisoner to knee pain. You reclaim a life without limitations. You walk farther, you feel younger, maybe you explore the scenic vistas of the Grand Canyon with your partner, or maybe you kick back and relax with a glass of Merlot on a Sunday afternoon, knowing that you'll be independent and pain-free for years to come. And listen, this is no fantasy. This is the reality for thousands of adults who've already tried Ageless Knees. And lucky for you, today's price is one that nobody has ever seen. If you pass up this offer, there's a very good chance we'll run out of our discounted inventory, which means the price will skyrocket back to the $137 retail price. Remember, you can try Ageless Knees risk-free thanks to our 60-day painless knees guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click the Add to Cart button to order the Ageless Knees DVD, digital version, handbook, miracle massage wand, and your 2 free bonuses. I'm so excited to hear about your life without knee pain. Thanks for watching. Still here? Then I'm sure you still have some questions. So let me go ahead and answer the most common ones for you. When do I receive my Ageless Knees program? You will receive the physical components of your order, the DVD and miracle massage wand, within 5 to 7 business days. However, the exact time may vary depending on your location. Fortunately, you don't have to wait 5 to 7 days to soothe your knee pain. Upon ordering, you will instantly gain access to the digital components, including the digital version of the Ageless Knees, the Ageless Knees Handbook, the Ageless Knees Exercise PDF, and the 3-minute morning knee flow. How long before I start seeing results with Ageless Knees? Most individuals who follow my routine in Ageless Knees feel better the first time they try it. With that being said, I don't just want you to feel a bit of relief. I want you to enjoy strong and stable knees for life. That's why the longer you do the Ageless Knees routine, the better. I recommend you stick to the program for at least 30 days to maximize the long-lasting benefits. I'm over 60. What if I can't perform the movements in Ageless Knees? I've carefully designed Ageless Knees to be safe and beginner-friendly regardless of your age or how bad your knee pain is. Just follow along and rest assured you'll be safe while gently soothing your knees. I have a special condition. Will Ageless Knees work for me? Ageless Knees targets the root cause of knee pain. My special miracle massage wand jump starts your femoral nerve to block pain and activate your leg muscles. The routine strengthens your muscles for 360-degree stabilization, regardless of your special condition. With that being said, it's always advised to seek professional medical advice for personalized guidance. Do I need any equipment to start Ageless Knees? You don't need to buy extra equipment. When you purchase Ageless Knees, you will receive the Miracle Massage Wand as part of the package at no extra cost. What if I have a busy schedule? Can I still do Ageless Knees? I know it can feel annoying and downright impossible to fit physical therapy and doctor visits into your schedule. Fortunately, the routine in Ageless Knees only takes 7 minutes per day. If both knees hurt, simply do the routine for both of your knees. If you miss a few days, you'll still get great results. But the more often you do the short routine, the better your results will be. How is Ageless Knees different from other solutions? Unlike temporary relief methods that only address the symptoms, Ageless Knees addresses the root cause of knee pain, the femoral nerve. No other knee pain relief program in existence combines our Miracle Massage Wand with my 7-minute routine, which is why Ageless Knees is so much more effective than other solutions. What if Ageless Knees doesn't work for me? I'm so confident Ageless Knees will eliminate your knee pain. You're backed by my 60-day painless knees guarantee. If you're not satisfied for any reason, email our support team within 60 days of your purchase and we'll promptly give you 100% refund. How do I get started with Ageless Knees? Getting started with Ageless Knees couldn't be easier. Click the Add to Cart button below this video to order the Ageless Knees DVD, the Ageless Knees digital download, the Ageless Knees handbook, and the Miracle Massage Wand. Today, you'll also get our 2 bonuses, the Ageless Knees exercise PDF and the 3-minute morning knee flow for absolutely free. Remember, your 50% discount expires once we run out of current inventory. So scroll down to order Ageless Knees now. I can't wait to hear your success story. Thank you for watching.